Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
This episode of TMOS is brought to you by Prosper. Prosper is a peer-to-peer lending marketplace which connects people who are looking to borrow money with those who have money to lend. Visit prosper.com/TMOS and receive a $50 Visa prepaid card when you get a loan. That's prosper.com/TMOS.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Welcome back to Survivor Glover Park. We're joined here at the Tribal Council of the Final Three, the Wisconsin Avenue Tribal Council. I'm here with the first contestant, Rob Spiewak. Now, Rob, you really had a lot of strategy going into your game. This is how you got here. Can you please tell me a little bit about that?
You bet, Jeff. The thing is, it's a mental game. It's not a physical game. And once you're inside your opponent's head, you're as good as there.
That's very interesting. Now, Oscar, you took a different approach. You liked to stay physical and be physically on top of all of your competition. Now, you won a lot of immunity challenges that way, and that helped you get here. Tell me a little bit about that.
All the credit goes to my coaches at CrossFit Glover Park. All the box jumps really made a difference.
That's great. That's great. Now, Mike, nobody really thought you were going to get here, and yet you are. What do you attribute your success to?
Oh, that I called him wrong. I thought of the guy for all Stadivobby down me.
Very, very interesting. Now, back to you, Rob.
Yes, Jeff.
Rob, I think back to a really pivotal point in your time here in Survival Glover Park. When you decided to go with the thatched roof of your team's shelter, and there was a hole breach in the roof.
Right.
What was going through your head, and how did you win back your team from that failure?
Well, after years as a construction worker, I thought I was the man to make it happen. What I had to do was fool them into thinking I knew there was a problem all along.
Very interesting, and it clearly worked out for you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yes. Now, Oscar.
Yes.
Here you are.
I have a question for Rob.
Oh, yes.
Is he talking into the microphone? Because it's hard to hear him on set.
Yeah.
Well,
Move your lavalier,
we'll fix
Jeff.
that in post.
Thank you.
All right, Oscar. Oscar.
Yes.
I'm running the show here.
I apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this.
All right.
Then move it along, please.
Someone from the booth.
All right. Yes or no? Do you think...
Oh, there's more to the question?
I'm going to save you. Yes.
All right, good.
Yes. Move
Oh,
along.
okay,
Move
yeah.
along.
All right, Mike.
I agree.
Mike. Who was your biggest competition when you on your first day here on the island of Glover Park?
Come on. Baby.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Now back to Rob.
Yes, Jeff.
What do you think was your biggest challenge here in Glover Park?
Probably this interview.
Oh yeah.
On to Oscar, please. Thank you.
Oscar.
Yes.
Do you actually think you can win this thing?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I like the attitude. Now, Mike, you are always the wild card of this competition, and I have no idea how you got here. What strategies did you use to get here?
Not a pie. Not a pot of pie. Not a pot to poo. Not a pot of tie.
Could you rephrase that?
Could you rephrase that?
A mile wide.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Are you kidding? Stick my tongue to that stupid pole, that's dumb. That's cause you know where to stick. You're full of it. Oh, yeah? Yeah! Well, I double dog dare ya! I triple dog dare ya! All right. Well, go on and do it. I'm going. This is next. Suck.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
Live from the Cappy Viper Studios and heard worldwide, this is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services. With over 26 million downloads, everybody. Heard daily at MikeO'MaraShow.com and exclusively over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the Heartland. Go Hog.
Mike, I have to offer a correction.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Brandon Scherf yesterday, offensive line, not defensive line. Yeah, I got schooled on that.
What is that correction, Rob?
Hey, is your gain all the way down? We can barely hear you.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Much better. Hello, now.
Did someone monkey with the settings?
I mean,
Now you're popping on my end, so
Okay,
you can
well, I
turn
can-
the send down to
I
me.
sit on this side of the board.
Yes,
so,
you do. How about, is that better, Mike?
Do you know that's been a critique of this podcast for years?
What's that?
What's that?
You don't turn your own microphone up.
Well, I don't have much to offer. I'm just sort of... There's really not much to say.
Well, who's our Hawkeye of the day, for Christ's sake?
Today, also on the offensive line, Keegan Render. Oscar, he's number 69.
Keegan Render. 69 is not just his number. It's his favorite position because he gets laid all the time.
Allegedly.
The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily podcast and radio show with the greatest listeners on the planet. Why?
Why is this?
Because they get it. And we'll get to the analysis of the opening bit this morning in just a second. But first,
the
let me tell you
post-game?
that our show today is brought to you by Mack Weldon. Men's underwear has basically been the same for a half century. But now it's time, and I'm asking you, I'm imploring you.
Yes.
I'm cajoling you to change your underwear. You know why?
Why?
Because there are options out there, people. There are better quality options for you. Enter Mack Weldon. At MackWeldon.com, they have revolutionized men's underwear. All you have to do is try it. It's like no other underwear in the world. Don't know how they do it? I'm not one of those eggheads that puts that stuff together, but they do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike, I actually got an email from the Mack Weldon people with several things they wanted me to tell you.
Yes.
First of all, they heard your ad. More socks are on the way.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
So they listened to you. Also, remember, socks and underwear make great gifts, and they have expedited shipping, always free on any order over $50. You can order as late as the 22nd and still get it in time for Christmas. Great gift option.
Boom, bam.
MackWeldon.com has boom, bam, great multi-packs and starter kits. Order today and give them a try. Not impressed, Mack Weldon will sell you another size or a refund and let you keep the pair you tried on. Forget crowded department stores and waiting for special sales. Just visit MackWeldon.com. Buy more, save more. Remember that name, MackWeldon, MackWeldon.com. Okay, so the opening vignette.
Yes.
Last minute suggestion. Rob Ford. Really, I think overall, I give him a good solid B, not a B plus.
Well, the
a good
rehearsal was
solid
an A.
B.
Yeah, the rehearsal was really
well,
good. It was
the
like
whole-
Saturday Night Live. Sometimes
Yeah.
the dress rehearsal's just better.
Here's what you want when you're doing anything like this. You know what you want? You want the ponies to run. You want them to run. If you have
but you
to
don't
rein
want
them
Pony in the bit.
No, you don't want Pony. No, that would have been impossible. He's not capable. But the ponies ran a little bit too. But the only critique, that bit works when it goes bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. And unfortunately, the questions, you labored over the questions a little bit too hard, Rob. And otherwise, it was a nice job. The idea of the bit, shocker, is to showcase my silly voice. You see, that's the whole idea. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate the applause.
Not you.
Not
Rob
you,
Ford.
not you with clever questions. However, I will say he took on he is once again elevated his status as an intern by taking on this responsibility with no hesitation and a great deal of enthusiasm.
I know
in
where
my
he
humble
lost the
opinion.
plus off the B, though. It went from B plus to B when he declared he was running the bit. That was
Yes.
a little, you know what?
Yes.
That was a little too assertive.
Hey,
But see, assertive is good in an intern. Usually they're timid and they don't.
I thought
I thought it could have been better, but it was actually not as bad as
I
it could
thought
have.
he was going to crash and burn. A solid B. I agree with
A solid
you.
B,
solid
absolute
B.
B.
You know what's not
but
a solid B is when he turned his gain up, my gain went down.
It did. What the fuck?
I haven't-
Really? What? I mean, how long have we been doing this? Can we get levels right in the really?
Hello, a little better.
Okay.
Yes.
Nothing has been touched on your gain.
Well, here's
ever.
the thing. Let me explain Audio 101.
Right.
Nothing being touched doesn't mean dick. You have to I played in a band. Let me explain. Every single time, the board, it just doesn't sit there and the levels never change. Just because a volume level is at a certain level, they'll drift. They drift all the time in an audio board of any
Tokyo
kind.
drift.
Yes.
That's look at
Thanks for staying focused, Oscar. I give Oscar a solid B.
It's the underrated fast, you know? Nobody really talks about it anymore.
No, but Rob, let me explain. When that happens,
I'm with you,
You know,
Mike.
sitting at that level is not going to mean that it doesn't
understand.
have to be tweaked.
I think
probably
we're
every
all
day.
at a great space now. Like we can hear ourselves.
Shut up.
Let me count to 10, Rob.
Out loud or just in my head? How do you want it?
Forget it. I'm done. I'm done.
That was so natural.
Loud.
What's the correct answer?
See, I didn't know if we were doing an audio check or if you wanted me to just calm down.
God Almighty. Hey, look, we're in holiday time now. You know, I use a tremendous
Mike, when you
amount.
came onto the Survivor set, what tactics did you use?
Bob and weave.
But listen, here, I don't care how Rob does the levels. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I said to Rob 15 nanoseconds before we were going to start the show. Rob, do you have any Survivor music? Rob not only had the intro to
Man, he
Survivor, but then
kills.
he had the background music, and he does that in 5 seconds. I'll take all that. I'll take that
No one
every
else
day
has
rather
that.
than
No
a
one
level.
else can offer
every
that.
day.
Oh, thank you.
100%.
You're cute and nice, and I thank you.
Yeah, that's a Christian in you. You're back, baby.
You're sweet.
Cute and nice. Oscar, let me get right to the
Whoa.
holiday schedule for the Mike
Oh,
O'Mara
yeah,
show.
let me pull up
yes.
my calendar here.
Let me.
Why do you need a
read
calendar
something
that
here.
just says work every day?
All right.
Bunch
Now
of
there
jerks.
is a source that I use for my news on news you may not need, and it's also a source that we use for well-written, condensed stories that are condensed that don't give you all the verbosity of some of
Exactly.
the other news sources. It's called the Complete Sheet. It's used in radio all the time, and it's used by broadcasters all over America. And let me read what they wrote here, okay? The Complete Sheet Vacation Notice. Attention all valued blah, blah, blah clients. After today, Thursday, December 18th, the staff of the sheet and all the other things they do will be taking 2 weeks off to celebrate, procreate, masticate, obliterate, gyrate, fornicate, and regulate.
Oh, I love DJ comedy.
That means there will be no new content for the Complete Sheet or any of our other services on Friday. We will resume mediocre service on Friday, January 2nd. Thank you all
nice.
very, very much for following us and our service each and every morning. Much love, and then all the names of the guys. And it's a smaller staff than you would think. It's
Yeah.
a very, very small staff that
Yeah,
puts
just
that
2 or
together.
3 hacks.
Have you ever
No,
heard my
actually, more
impression
than
of our?
that.
Have you ever heard my impression of our contact with them?
No.
It goes like this. Hey, Rob, it's Gary Allen.
I thought we talked about this on the show and I always
discussed it.
with all due respect to the Complete Sheet,
Yes.
there's only like ever 1 or 2 stories you can ever get out of that thing. Like I
Oh,
remember
I don't use
at
that.
one point-
I use the only reason I read
Yes.
that was for purposes of illustration
Oh,
about the broadcast world
Ah.
and what is happening. It's the same reason, Oscar, why the Golf Channel is running the Big Break Myrtle Beach
Yes.
750,000 times. Now, if I'm watching Arnold Palmer, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, I can watch repeats. If I'm watching some hack douche club pro that's actually trying to score $100,000 on a reality TV show, I don't want to see that repeated 75
Yeah,
times.
True enough.
But I should say, 'tis the season. So with that said, my daughter is flying in from Virginia, and I was looking forward to having some quality time with her down here in Florida. And I forgot when Carla said to me, she said, well, when are you guys doing your last show? And I completely forgot. So now I kick it over to Mr. Oscar Santana so we can get an update on the Mike O'Mara Show vacation schedule.
Perfect. We are off as of next Wednesday. We will do an early show on Tuesday, and then we'll be done on the 23rd. So you're off the schedule on the 23rd.
So we will not do a show Christmas Eve.
Yes.
But we will do a show on the 23rd.
Yes.
I have a feel like, Mike, I feel he's conjuring somehow. The way he phrased it was unclear.
Well,
Yeah,
I just
he's being cagey.
we're going to
He's
be
being-
there till next Tuesday is what the deal is.
Ah,
that
voices carry.
sounds worse than hey, we're off on the 23rd and look at a calendar that it's Tuesday.
Yes, I understand. So that's the way. So we will have a show for everybody on the 23rd.
Yes, and then we'll be
So-
back on Friday the 2nd.
Okay, so
Yes.
that and so we can spend time with our beloved family.
Yes.
That's right.
We'll
And
have
also,
a total
Mike-
of 9 days off.
We'll celebrate the birthday of our Lord and
Yes.
also herald in a brand new year as we say goodbye to the one that we leave, 2014.
All right, so my daughter arrives Friday, working Friday. She goes back on the 23rd, so we have the weekend together.
Yeah.
She
And
doesn't
then,
go back.
she's-
She goes back before Christmas?
Yes, she's going back before, so that's the 22nd working. No time to spend with her then. 23rd working. Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking that.
It's only 79 minutes.
Is it
I
too late
know.
to cancel
Well,
the
it's
flight?
only 79 minutes for you. But
Well, no,
you know,
no,
to be honest with you, it's about 3.5 to 4 hours.
It's
for
more
me,
like
but
8
that's
hours
it.
for me because I handle everything else. So.
Yes, I understand, but I'm talking
Appreciate
about the actual producing of the show. Is
Yeah,
what I'm
I
talking
understand
about.
that.
So it's not 79 minutes.
No,
but,
and you know
but
what?
thank
Some
you for
people have
mentioning it.
some people have lengthy commutes.
Hey, Mike,
Yes,
if you don't
this is
want to,
true.
if you want to take those 2
No,
days
no,
off,
I know, I know,
Rob and I
I'm-
can do a show. We'll be fine.
Well, hold it. If Mike takes the days off, the holidays are about togetherness. And if Mike's not going to be here, I think maybe I should stay home too.
Well, now hold on. Now we have to have this discussion in public, and I have to do it in code so that Oscar can communicate to me what he knows to me is the most important
and
thing.
keep in mind,
Oscar,
before you ask, with
yes.
his strong B performance,
right?
This might be a great time to debut the Rob and Oscar show featuring
Rob and
Rob
Oscar
Ford.
No, I'd rather do a solo
I have
show.
to. Well,
Thank you.
There is something that I have to mention, and I have to speak in code
Of
here
course.
to Oscar
Should
Santana.
We have
kill the-
advertisers.
Kill the Christmas music.
Well, that's so
There
much
we
for
go.
the code. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for the code. That answers that. So the whole gang will be with you through Tuesday the 23rd,
Yes.
and we will not be doing the traditional Christmas shows, but it'll be kind of
Well,
free
on
form.
Friday we exchange gifts. I mean, I'm sorry. On Tuesday we exchange gifts. The 23rd.
Well, that's not going to happen because I already mailed my gifts to you
no.
guys.
I thought we were going to open them here.
Well, then bring them in, but they're probably not going to be wrapped.
No, clear that.
Well, here's the
no,
thing.
We're going to
Probably. You would know.
Well, no. In the event that you receive a package from me, just bring it in on Tuesday.
That's all I was like any box I look at, I'm like, did I? And I look at when I ordered it, so I actually have the box that I'll bring in, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Well, but I won't be opening anything on Tuesday because mine is coming.
Because you're
what,
getting
in
the
April.
bag. You're getting the bag. Yeah.
Okay,
and by
very
the
good.
way, I have to send you the final layout today, so you can sign
Okay.
off on
All right,
it.
Marilyn, I'm very
Cool.
excited about that. I'm very excited about that. And you know what? I'll go out to the dollar store, and just so we have something to do, I will make sure that I have little openers in here that I will pretend are
You know
gifts
what?
that you guys sent to me.
I actually
bought
have
you
a
a
box.
gift.
I have a box that's headed to you today. I'll maybe throw in something that you can open on the air. What they
Well-
like to call a gag gift, Mike.
A gag gift. Well,
Yeah.
I love those.
Of course.
That's terrific. I will say this, that I bought myself an early Christmas present, and my wife bought this Keurig. Is it Keurig?
Keurig, yeah.
Keurig, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
What is
Carrie
it?
loves
That came
hers.
out like
All right.
5
All
years
right,
ago. What are you guys doing?
What is the conjuring deal where she buys a Keurig coffee machine and,
Right.
and it has these little Dixie cups
Yeah.
that you shove into the vagina of the machine, and then you bring a
Mark
handle
that,
down.
I think.
Here's the thing, and they all look exactly the same.
Right.
And you go to the grocery store and it says Keurig. Then I bring it home and I
A
bring
K cup,
my
Mike. It's called a K cup.
well, it's called a screw cup, is what it's called, because I bring it home and I put it into the coffee maker,
Right.
and I'm expecting, okay, here comes my nice, hot, fresh, quick chai tea, 10 ounces, not 8 ounces, because I make a little extra. And the fact is, it says, "Oops," which, first of all, machines that do that try to be
It
cute.
says oops?
It says "oops." You don't have the wrong thing. Then I get another type of tea from another package. They're all those K cups, but they don't fit in my machine. So am I within the Keurig machine? Within the Keurig machine, it says Keurig on it. Are you telling me that the Keurig cups have to be fit into different Keurig machines?
I was
because
under
they're
the
that
impression-
they wanted to F their customers that totally.
Carrie got one last year, and she adores it because she's selfish. She likes to make coffee for one person. Carrie.
Herself.
Right.
And
But
she's
I
got
was
all her perfect K cups that match what
yes,
she wants.
Yes, her Starbucks roast. But I'm trying to think. I think 1 cup of Starbucks roast, please. And jukebox money. I think that they're standard. This might be Oscar. Help me out. It might be operator error.
Yes.
No.
I mean, I'm just. Oh, he's gone. All right.
You know,
You a-hole.
I hate it when
Hey.
that MacBook Air fails all the time.
You know what? With him gone, we can practice doing the show on Monday and Tuesday
right.
because he won't be here.
He won't be here, guys.
Listen,
I can't do this.
listen.
That's just too much going
No,
on.
the K
My
cup
colon
is
hurts.
standard. It's a standard thing.
I don't know what he's talking about. It's did he?
And who drinks
Keurigs have
Kai
been around
tea?
Well, that man does clearly.
Yeah, he does.
I've never seen a cup that didn't fit in any machine.
No, we've got. I mean, for
Dunkin'
the kids,
Donuts sells Keurig cups.
Yeah, we have the Starbucks cups.
Yeah.
The kids have hot chocolate and cider and tea. I mean, we've got all of them. I have one that makes bourbon.
Oh,
well, yeah,
really?
no, not really.
I was like, when that happened? But
A
there's
nice hot mug of
there's
bourbon.
There's hot chocolate.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. I think, you know what? Maybe one could make soup. I bet you could get one.
I'm
that would
surprised
make
it took
broth.
him this long to get one of those
Is he
machines.
putting it in upside down?
No, because it won't close.
I'm looking it up.
That's true.
I don't
That's
even
true.
know what he's doing.
Is
Mike,
it here?
Are you putting it in upside down?
No, I put it in this way. I put it in with this side out. Right?
All right. Oh, look at that. It's a
look
it's
at
a
that. That's
Bigelow.
good.
Is it Kai or chai?
It's chai.
Chai tea. Ah,
There it is.
That's
There's one.
standard.
Oh, yeah, standard size. Looks good.
What do you mean standard size?
Well, I mean, it's the
That's
same
one
size as all.
fits all.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, but it doesn't work in the machine. It says, "Oops, you're an
Hey,
operator error."
Does Carla? Oh, you know what? I bet it's out of water.
Yes.
No.
I bet it
see
is.
the water right next to, and here's the other one it doesn't work with.
All right.
But look what that says. See that logo?
Yes.
That
Yes.
logo right there. What is that? That is Keurig.
They're both the same size, right? They look like they're the same size.
It's time for Mike O'Mara
Oh, yeah, they're
English
the same
breakfast.
size. Okay, have you taken one it works with?
Hold
and
on,
then-
I don't think they're the same size, Oscar. I think one might be a little
Yeah.
smaller than the other.
No, have you,
Can't play the forced
have you
perspective
taken
game.
one that it does work with and compared the size?
Yeah, like go get a coffee one and see if they're
Yeah.
identical.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
That's how you, now this is
Getting to the bottom
it's just
of
like
it.
CSI.
This is it's kind of like the way you built this studio.
Oh,
it's like,
yes.
why isn't the microphone working? Because it's plugged into a cup of coffee. That's why. But do you have one?
He's gonna be so. I barely use it because I just take the 5-hour energy, you know.
Of course.
But my girl uses it all the time.
Carrie uses it every
Yeah.
morning. It's probably one of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten her. We actually put away our coffee pot. We only take it down when we have like company because if you have to make coffee for 8 people, you're in there for a long time.
I'm looking for there's no different sizes here. I'm looking for K-cup.
Now I think there
sizes.
are. I think like Starbucks makes a brand specific like espresso thingy, but this is a Keurig maker, and he's got Keurig cups with the Keurig logo. Keurig logo, is that right? Yeah, and a K cup, and what a lot of people don't know is Mike still drives a K car.
I mean, there's an outside chance. I'm reading
All
it
right,
right
here's
now.
one that worked for Carla.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that.
And
yeah.
Yeah, and that looks just like
Same
the same
size, right?
size.
And
Check
here's
the
one-
gauge.
here's the one that didn't work for me. What do you mean the gauge?
I mean,
what's the gauge? The
put the
shotgun
how
shell?
tall
What
are
is
they?
it?
Settle down, you.
How tall are they?
You need a cup of tea. Put the round parts like face to face and make sure they're identical
Yeah.
sized, and then check the bottoms, make sure they're identical size, and then see that they're the same height. You know what? Maybe you've got a
All
bad
right,
machine.
one bottom is slightly larger.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe you need to jam it in there, boy.
But it says Keurig brewed, and on this one it says Keurig brewed. The tea. And that one with the hole in it, I had to take out because it didn't work.
Oh, because it punctured and still didn't brew.
No, but here's the bottom line. It's one company. If they make the same machines, why don't they make a universal? Why isn't it standardized?
Well, you
what the hell
see,
are they trying to do?
it's
Why are
not-
they conjuring?
Bigelow makes your tea under the Keurig. I'm sure it's like authorized by Keurig. It's like buying a cheap charger for your iPhone. It's not made by Apple, but it's authorized by Apple.
What, you're telling me Keurig, the manufacturer of the machine, makes all the products? That's not true. That's why your wife drinks Starbucks
No,
coffee.
I
Come
just
on.
that's exactly opposite to what I just said.
What
I
did you
said that
say?
Keurig authorizes other people to make the product.
The only size
How does it
difference.
smell?
I'm
I
on,
love the smell of coffee.
I'm on coffeeforless.com.
Yes. Now hold it.
A website of note.
Who is this guy, Les?
Coffee for less.
Hey, I need a cup of coffee.
The headline says, "What's the deal with Keurig cup sizes?
Yeah, thank you. Okay?
Yeah.
Can you offer me some enlightenment, please?
Size does matter."
Oh dear.
There you go. See, this is where it's BS. This is where the Keurig company is screwing you,
Right.
and there's no need for this. They're making a hassle for their customers.
Keurig brewers feature sizes ranging anywhere from 2 to 5 cup sizes. For example, Keurig Platinum K75s and K-Cup Coffee Brewer holds 4 to 6 to 8 ounce to 10 ounce, 12 ounce cup sizes. The amount of coffee you can drink depends on the size of the K-Cup. By size, it's only how much coffee's in the cup.
Right, but the cup remains a standard
All
size.
the cups are a standard size.
Aha!
Well, if they're all a standard size, how come I couldn't use this?
Maybe
one
you
on-
got a bad batch.
Oh, and here's Pony to solve everything.
Please.
I found something to the contrary in Business Insider. It says there's a new type of K-cup, different than the original size,
This rat bastard.
leaving customers furious.
Yeah, and there's another
Oh,
thing,
okay.
Mike.
So go on. Hold
Yeah,
on. Go
but-
on. That's now.
yeah,
Now
'cause-
we're on to something.
But yeah, Mike, my article's dated January 15th of this year.
I read an article also recently that there's a new thing called the KKK cup, and you can't get the coffee black.
Oh, by the way, Oscar just said his article was dated a year ago.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
his
yeah.
article is basically a year old. What does yours say, Pony?
September 25th, 2014.
Whoa!
All right,
9
tell me
months
what's
later.
going on. What do they say?
ball
What do they
game.
say?
Customers who bought the Keurig 2.0 on Amazon complained that they cannot fit the normal size K-cups in the unit. It just doesn't fit.
Are
It's a
you
different
reading or
size.
making this up? Because you
Yeah, I
faded.
mean, read it for Christ's sake.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
paraphrase.
You saw
it,
me
for
get
God's
through the
sake.
reading. That was
Because they're
tough.
talking about things like RFID, and you don't want to know what that is. And
What is
it's-
RFID?
RFID is a chip that sits in an item, and it receives a radio frequency.
Well,
and
that's the
identifies
impression I'm
itself.
getting is that this is somewhat electronic here, but it doesn't look like.
Is
it.
there
It
like a
looks
Bluetooth thing in the coffee cup? I mean, why would it have a chip in it?
Because that way
The
it
sensor.
can track and see.
Yeah.
It can tell what kind of cup is being
So
put in there.
you have bought, I would say,
Ooh, software doesn't match the hardware.
Yes,
That's the
exactly.
That's
problem.
exactly.
That's it. And
You're-
that,
you're-
so my original point is
you were
well
right.
taken.
We were
They-
wrong. You were
they
right.
are-
We were
yes.
wrong.
They are
Yes.
screwing their
Yeah, you
customers.
know what?
Exactly.
Look, if this was Phil's coffee maker as opposed to Keurig's, but no,
Yes.
this is Keurig who ought to make universal when there's the Keurig name on
But
it where
they
it's for
went.
Keurig.
They went 2.0.
Yeah.
They went
They-
2.0.
they went 2.0,
and
man.
they left everybody behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I say Faye.
So-
Faye on that.
Did you buy a 1.0 or do you have a 2.0 and you're trying to put two 1.0s in there? Is it reverse compatible?
Oh, you know what? I don't know.
So are we
I
doing a
don't
show
know.
on Tuesday?
I don't know. Yes, we are. Okay. Yeah, the Mike O'Mara Show holiday schedule. We are going to be doing a show Friday, Monday, and Tuesday for
Yes.
you.
Nice.
While everybody else is effing off, we're going to be in here doing it for you, and then we're going to go spend time in the bosom of our family. Should be a lot of fun.
Like
I'd like
that.
to go to that holiday schedule, though, if we can. Earlier the better for me. That's the way I look at it.
Excellent.
Okay, boys? Rob didn't. Do you believe that when Rob said excellent?
You know, it'd be a great holiday schedule. Let's hold it. Stop the music. Let's speak in code, Mike.
Okay.
Ide, Ikle, Ude, Ute on Unday May.
One.
Always a.
I-A-A-A, Ute, on a, any A
Yeah.
day.
He AA. I
Yeah.
don't know what that means.
Ute, Ude,
Yeah.
Atne, Ime, Agbe.
Yeah. Don't be yay.
Utway, Ifway, Oscare, Ide, Oscaratie on a Ekinsay O'Shea.
Atne, Elephant Ray.
I think elephant right.
Thank you, Thay.
I think I'll just get a hotel.
We'll take a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show right here.
This week on the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show.
Hey, everybody. You know, people ask me all the time, why should I sign up for the Mike O'Mara Show bonus content for 2015? Well, when you do, you get gems like this on this week's bonus hour. It sounds delicious.
If you want to come to my house.
Hey,
You
Mom,
know what?
Hey, Mom, you know who we have in the studio right now? We have Larry King. You want to say hi to Larry King?
Oh, my God. Yes,
Okay.
I want.
Thank you for doing this for us, Larry.
Appreciate
Go
it,
ahead,
appreciate
Oscar.
it. Larry, this is Mrs. Yoli Ceballos.
Yoli Sabayo. Sai. Is this Yoli Sabayo? This Larry King. When will you drop the bombshell that was me doing, and will she get that?
This is the thing. To my deathbed, I'll take that.
That's this week on the Mike O'Mara Show bonus hour. Click our link to get next year's bonus content.
The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Because 5 hours a week just ain't enough. Always available at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
I rarely say this because I think it's hack, but I have to say you can't miss the bonus show this
No,
week.
it's
It is
one of the favorite things we've done this year.
We had no idea what was going to happen, and hilarity ensued. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. It's time to talk about FanDuel.com. Your season-long fantasy football league is winding down, but the one-week fantasy football leagues at FanDuel.com have never been bigger. Rofo, have you gotten a total for us as far as our winnings? I know we have done well. We have not lost as much as we have won, correct?
Yeah, we are slightly in the positive for the whole season, so
That's
looking
wonderful.
pretty good.
And,
Looking for a
that means
strong
this
finish.
weekend you're going to kick it over the top. I'm very excited about that.
hey, Rofo.
Yeah.
What are you doing on Saturday?
What am I doing on Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday afternoon.
I don't think I have any plans
Would
right
you
now.
like a pair of tickets to go see the Redskins play the Eagles and a parking pass for free?
No, face value.
No, you jerk.
I want to
Then-
see what he answers because he's an old Manassas boy.
Yeah.
He's been around here for a while.
I would. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
That'd be really
and
cool.
you can
There you
place
go,
your bets
Oscar.
live.
Yeah.
See your fantasy
Wow.
plays right in front of you.
You know what?
Parlay.
Bring
yeah.
your roommate.
Back to the commercial, boys. Don't wait till next year. Play more fantasy football for real cash this season at FanDuel.com. Why FanDuel? Because it's weekly. Let's say your team is falling apart. You don't have to wait until next season. FanDuel.com lets you start fresh every week and sets you up for immediate cash payouts. FanDuel pays out over $10 million every week. Play for as little as $1 with no upfront fees and no long-term commitment, and the money is real. First timer, you're in luck. Just go to FanDuel.com, click on the mic, enter the promo code TMOS, and you will get a bonus of up to $200 on your first deposit. For every dollar you deposit, FanDuel will match it up to $200. Just remember, enter that code TMOS at FanDuel.com. This offer ends soon, so sign up today.
Beautiful.
Oh, okay. Well,
Mike, I just
the
got
French.
I got a quick update.
Yes.
For your Keurig. Apparently,
French.
did you post your machine on Facebook or did Carla?
I don't control what Carla
Actually,
posts, so she might
Oscar,
have
the
done
machine has its own Facebook page.
A listener wrote in that you have a VU machine and Keurig has two different machines, so you might have the
That's-
2.0.
What's a VU?
That is the
VUE.
problem. Okay. Well, it's a
Big.
brand new one. She bought it last week, so it's brand new.
Yeah.
Carla just started
Nothing
drinking
but
coffee
the
again.
best.
No, now see.
No expense was
You know
spared.
what? He's hung out with you. He's hung out with you,
No,
and
no,
he's
no.
doing that thing
No,
you do
no, what he is
forever,
just-
painting me
I'm
as
not
Richie
Tom
Rich.
Hanks.
He's just being a dick is all. That's
Yes,
all. He
I
didn't
know.
learn that from me.
The
But
wonders.
the
I'm
fact
charming.
is, look, she decides she wanted the coffee machine because
Sure.
she's drinking coffee,
Coffee
and
machine.
her mother's coming to visit, so they want the coffee machine. And I remember from my happy days at Wisconsin Avenue that I enjoyed a chai tea. It
Yes.
was always really, really nice. So I said, "Do they make that?" She says, "Do they make that? Any tea you wish."
Fish. Any fish you wish.
Any
Come on
fish,
into our
Larry's
bistro.
Fish House. Any fish you wish. So anyway, we'll figure it out. And I know I ordered on Amazon through the Mike O'Mara Show webpage a huge, like 2 20-packs of chai teas.
Yeah.
And I'm just praying it's the right one because then I will be pissed.
Hey,
if
if
the new
it's
ones
not,
come,
Mike, I want to tell all of America, look for a great deal on eBay.
yes.
You can send it right back.
Yeah.
No, in the event that I make the mistake and they're not the right teas, I promise you, I will give away my tea on this show for a Christmas gift for our listeners.
Nice.
Rob Ford is laughing at the phrase, if they're not the right teas.
He's
Those are some
not
every
the
nice
bit
teas.
23.
Nice
Yeah.
teas.
All right, there are two ways we could go. We could talk about me and the fact that today. Or we could do this. All right.
It's
time to do
Doppel the
this.
fruitcake.
Yeah, today is a
Yes.
huge bonus day.
All right, very good. It's Doppel. Time for a potential Doppel winner, a progressive fruitcake jackpot. This person, if they are home or they leave an answering machine message, they will receive two, not one, two fruitcakes.
Right.
Because Shiloh, the guy from yesterday, was not home.
He
and
sent
didn't
us a
leave
nice
anything on.
apology. I don't accept it, but he sent us a nice
Did he
apology.
really?
He
Oh,
did.
now I feel bad.
Don't,
Now I feel
don't,
really bad.
Don't. He messed up our
Dem
game.
the rules,
That's
Mike.
right. Rules are in place to make the game more fun.
All right, here is today's fruitcake letter. Dear Team OS staff, if I were to get a fruitcake this year, I would have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny effing K. Wow. And when Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney, he would find the jolliest a-hole this size of the nut house. Christopher Irvin, Eagle River, Alaska.
This will be
Let's
the
call-
first time we leave the continental United States and
Yes.
mail a fruitcake to Alaska. And it would be two.
Calling Christopher Irvin in Eagle River, Alaska. He'll be home.
Yeah,
he
it's-
lives in Alaska. He'll be home.
What's the time difference there? Is it 4 hours?
It's 6 o'clock last Thursday.
Oh, my gosh. I hope he had a Merry Christmas.
Right.
Hello, can I help you?
Yes. I'm looking for Christopher Irvin, please.
Well, hello, Mike O'Mara. How are
Right back on track. What do you think of that, Shiloh? Okay, we got
you?
Christopher
wow.
Irvin.
You know, it's very
no,
early here.
here's
It's only 7 in the
it's-
morning.
I know. What time is it there, Christopher?
It's 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
What are
right
you wearing?
and early. And
Stop it.
Stop it,
Oh,
Oscar.
sorry.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
and when the phone rings this early at my house from out of state, I always worry that it's something horrible. But this is really wonderful.
Does this qualify as something horrible, though?
Well, let me tell you something.
I am so excited about a Spiewak fruitcake. I can't tell you.
Let me tell you something, Christopher. I've got even better news for you because the guy yesterday wasn't home and didn't leave an answering machine message. You're the first winner of our Doppel fruitcakes. Two
Oh my
fruitcakes.
goodness, the progressive fruitcake is paid off.
That's right. You are going to not only get one fruitcake for yourself, but if you choose, you can eat the second one yourself or give it to somebody you love. You have won 2 fruitcakes, Christopher Irvin of Eagle River, Alaska. And
Thank you so much.
And how now? I always ask when I speak to anybody from Alaska, and we have some listeners up there. What is the daylight situation right now? Are you in how many days of how many hours of darkness are you experiencing? Has that started yet?
Yeah, it's pretty bad right now. Sun comes up about 10 a.m., goes down about 3:30.
Oh, so it's like DC.
When does the cutting start?
Yeah.
For depression? Get it? Nothing?
Yes.
All right. Christopher, congratulations. You've won 2 fruitcakes. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you supporting the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, Christopher.
Ciao.
Bye-bye. That's good stuff. I like
Sorry
that.
about that
You know
depression
what?
joke.
That feels so good to
What
be
was
back
what
on
was
track.
the cut? What was the cutting joke?
Because you get
cutting?
so depressed, you cut
Oh,
yourself.
like a cutter.
Yeah, you cut yourself.
Yeah, more a chick.
Hit
That
a
would
little
have
too
been-
close
yeah,
to home.
maybe.
Well, maybe he was Fey.
God, that's the winner.
Yeah.
Now listen, just because we picked on Shiloh yesterday, that's a
I
a
said,
home run right there.
I said maybe.
He was great, and what I love about Rob is he's so diligent about what goes out. Because again,
Yes.
we're shipping to Alaska, right?
Exactly.
That he puts 2X on there, extra postage.
Yeah.
You know what? It's really terrific all over the United States that we send these fruitcakes
So cool.
around. It's got to be cool for you too, Rob. Getting
You know
getting
what?
the
There is so
appreciation.
much love for them, and it is a really good batch this year. I cut into another, only my second last night.
My
and
God,
they are
you are
they
right
are-
about that,
They
my
are
boy.
excellent, and it's a lot of it goes to my mom. She's very patient because remember, for 5 years these things sucked. They were
Right.
really bad, and we
Right.
sort of turned it into something good, and we're very happy about that.
Well, my dream scenario would be, that this explodes and the Mike O'Mara Show invests in like a little warehouse where Rob visits like once every season, and somehow the formula is developed to mass produce these, where you become the Mrs. Fields of fruitcakes. Rob.
I would like to
In
do
2
Mr.
years,
Fields.
Mike.
That's
in
right.
2 years.
That'll
2
be
years. We'll be doing it in 2
Yeah.
years, baby.
Someone
And as
will
long
know
as we
how to
can
do
get,
that.
as long as we can get people to spend $120 for a 6-ounce cake, we'll be
man.
in the black.
All right, before we're going to talk about the whole Sony thing in our next break, but let me
Right.
just we got a couple of minutes here where I just want to cover my day.
Sure.
Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm actually stepping out and going to visit with the Civil War surgeon. I'm going to visit with the Civil War surgeon today, and I am not looking forward to it. So, yes, there's the
Dr.
nice sound
Saw?
right there. Dr. Saw will be telling me what's going on, and here's the good news. The good news is I'm feeling fantastic.
You know, and that shows. You can tell, you look good, and I think you
Right.
feel good. Are you still
Right.
on a huge course of antibiotics?
I am, but that's just really, as you boys mentioned, kind of preventing anything from rearing its ugly
You
head.
got to kill it, yeah.
And ultimately, though, the last time when I was in for 4 days, they told me, okay, let me draw a picture, all right?
Oh, I love when you draw.
All right.
This
here
is like USA Today. In the bottom corner, there's always a chart.
All right, hold on. Let me get the cables out of here. All right, wait a minute.
You know what you need, Mike? We need to get you a whiteboard.
Yes.
Because this would be a great time for a whiteboard.
Right?
Yeah. We used to have them.
Yeah.
There is my colon.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right, now.
a lot of men recognize that picture.
Now
Okay.
I'm actually isolating a special part of my colon.
All right.
The most sensitive part?
This is the
Colon.
middle part of where my colon is.
Okay.
All right. See
Oh,
that?
and there's a lot of
Oh,
unhappy people
sad
in there.
Faces.
See that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what
Man,
they're going
It's
to do,
like your colon has sent us a text from a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah. Emoji.
Hold on. Yeah.
so
you
what
know,
they have to do is they have to take that part of the colon
yeah.
out, and then they have to put this part together with
Rejoin
this
it.
part
Yeah.
and rejoin it. And they said to me, I have had no less. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
7 doctors. When I have said to them, but I feel good now. Well, you feel good because you're on a low residue diet and you're not
Right.
putting anything in your system that's going to be bad for you. So today is the day where I'm going to probably get the lowdown on what the good doctor wants to do. And I believe the doctor wants to, we're talking months, kicking the can down the road a few months, so that when it's done, not only will I be happy and healthy, but I'll be smaller so that the surgery is easier to do.
Now,
At least that's
question.
what I'm expecting, but it's still not fun to go to the doctor's
You've gotten the coming attractions. Is this something where they go in the outdoor? Do they have to cut on your belly? How far up
belly.
is this bad part?
They cut, and hopefully laparoscopically, a little cut on the belly where they go in with a camera and they do it.
How far up
Modern
in your
surgery.
colon is it?
It's by my right eye.
Oh,
It's
wow.
by my right
So
eye
it's
right
pretty
now.
far up there.
Yeah, very
What
far
mile
up there.
marker?
It's up there with the. It's actually
By Maryland House.
Mile marker 72, right up there with the rare coins. But anyway, we'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about this.
You still have the rare coins up there?
Yeah, I got pieces of 8.
Yeah, doubloons.
Yeah, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the Sony tobacco right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember,
You like this band? It's the Bare Naked Ladies.
was born upon this day.
Now, I don't match it when you're playing it and I'm doing it. It doesn't work well. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Are you down to your last minute shopping, last minute wrapping on your last minute of sleep? That's no good. You need to give yourself a gift that you will appreciate every day for years to come, like I do. This week alone, I was talking to you about my Sleep Number bed and how I changed the setting on it just to shake it up a little bit, to tweak, to see if it helps my back all the better, and it does. And I'm down to a 75 right now. Carla's actually sleeping on a 65. That's her setting. It's great to be able to adjust this, and it's also great to use the Sleep IQ technology, which tells you if you are maximizing your sleep quality. With Sleep IQ, every morning it tells me what affects my sleep and how I can sleep my best. It's absolutely amazing. I know that I've talked to you for a year about this, but I'm going to tell you something. This is one of my favorite products in the history of buying products. I love this, and I don't know where I'd be without it. I love my Sleep Number bed. My Sleep Number setting now, I told you that, is a 75. Carla's is a 65. See why Sleep Number was named Best of 2014 by a leading consumer magazine. And right now, you can save $300 on their most popular beds. No better sleep. Find your Sleep Number setting today only at one of the 450 Sleep Number stores nationwide. You can find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. That number again, 800-511-0061. And don't forget to tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Okay, I am in the firmly in the camp of the celebrities that are screaming their guts out right now about Sony Pictures caving to whoever these hackers are. They're now saying they were from North Korea. We will have a lot of that in the news you may not need, but they're not releasing this movie. Now, first of all, this movie, if all things were equal, would have been a blip on the radar. This movie wouldn't have even been noticed because it's really, it's another one of those kind of traditional suckfests from Seth Rogen that he's churning out 6 a year. And I don't think anybody would have noticed it. But because of all the hacking and Sony, and then it got scary with theaters being threatened, Sony has completely caved into the hackers and said, we're not going to even release the movie. I welcome your thoughts.
Well, there got to be almost a punchline because it was said so often in 2001, the terrorists have won. And that sort of lost its weight because so many people said it, even as a joke. But this time they really have won.
It's ridiculous.
It's
and after all
horrifying.
this, especially after they've been identified as hackers that North Korea used that are somewhere in China doing this, I understand the cyber threat. I mean, the cyber threat is quite real. But I also think when it comes to the actual threat of attacking movie theaters, I think it's pretty arguably this was just a BS naked threat.
Digital mercenaries is what happened, right?
Right,
They went
exactly,
out of the way.
from
They said,
China, I think.
They said this a pile full of Bitcoin or whatever they paid him with, and they said whoever can get this done,
Apple Pay,
gets these dollars, and someone got it done, and they're getting paid, and they're doing their bidding. My deal with this isn't simply that you set a precedent of how a major company, an international company, will fold. Right. You also set a precedent to say, look, it's not even political. It's economic terrorism is what it is.
Of course, yeah.
And on the other side, why wouldn't Sony be more creative about it? You have all these creative people, right? Instead of the muckety mucks, the suits deciding that this was the best course of action. They should have gone to Seth and the crew and said, look, what we're going to do, and again, who knows what'll happen, is we'll say we got hacked again, and then will release the movie and just give it away for free.
There has to be a better end game.
And then it's over, right?
Yeah,
and then it's
yeah.
like, what are you going to do? Shut down the internet?
Yeah.
It to me is so misguided. Like a lot of their in-house emails seem to be misguided as well. They seem to be a lot of brass, a lot of tough guys, a lot of people that don't respect talent, but not a lot of smarts. Quite similar to the Washington Redskins organization.
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot of these tough guys that aren't really tough or smart, and now in the end, they overreact, completely overreact, and a tiny little mediocre movie, a piece of crap it looks like anyway, gets a huge media corporation to fall to its knees, and that is not good for anybody. I think it's a lose-lose for everybody.
I brought this up yesterday, and I want to bring it up one more time. I think one factor might be if Sony didn't have a lot of enthusiasm or confidence in the project, that might have made them, but they didn't probably think that they were going to get this kind of backlash on
Also, what were they hiding in a weird way? Like, what else could come out that would
the Christmas present
that would damn them?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, well, that brings up another question that I hadn't even thought about.
The blackmail
Oscar.
part.
Is that what it is? Are they not releasing this because they want this to stop?
Well,
or
remember,
are they
there
not
was a
releasing it
threat.
because there's a threat of violence at the theaters?
Well,
in the
on the
United States?
surface, they're talking about the theaters, but wasn't there a threat from this organization that said
the
if
Christmas
you
Day or
if
something
you
like that.
release this on Christmas Day, there will be a quote unquote Christmas present?
Yeah.
So
That's
I
the
thought it was going to
drama.
be a lost episode of King of Queens.
Like, is there a CEO that has, you know, some they finally found that one file?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even. That's why we open it up to the floor, because I hadn't even thought about that.
It's
I
a
hadn't
factor.
thought about the fact that maybe there is something in there
The
that could be
terabytes.
so devastating
Yeah.
to the corporation. Wow, that's
However,
interesting.
but would they fold knowing the fact that they really don't have any leverage here? They could still release any bad information.
Also, it's for the same reason why I always wonder when people do really stupid things or are leaving jobs,
Yes.
or are trying to leave a job, they use their corporate email to talk to the people that they're leaving jobs with, and I'm
Right.
sitting there, I'm like, why would you use your corporate email? That's
you mean to bring people along with them?
Yes, or try
Yeah.
to do some. They're working on some sort of coup or some management change.
no matter what you're doing, you're leaving a trail.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's funny when you talk about our business as well? You know, I think you could go back. Of course, you could find bridge burning incidents with disc jockeys and radio performers and people. There were some guys just the other day that were on a sports station in Chicago where they flipped and they didn't tell them.
Right.
They were reacting because they didn't get told what the story was. But I think ultimately, being in this business, and Oscar, you've been on the receiving end of this, and Rob and I have
Yes.
too.
multiple times.
You get the paranoia and the stupidity and the burning of the bridges. There's a lot of fear of it, but basically the people that are in the trenches, they handle themselves like professionals. By the overwhelming majority of the time, you handle yourself like a pro, and you deal with it. But they don't trust you to do that.
No.
And so in the broadcast business, how do they compensate for that? Well, in the broadcast business, what they do is they sneak behind your back for 6 to 8 months, making little plans, having secret meetings, telling certain people what's going on, and certain people not telling what's going on. And it's a sleazy, slimy, bridge burning way of doing business. But I got news for you. It ain't the talent that does that. It's the suits.
Yeah.
The scumbag suits that don't have any talent other than how to manipulate money.
So the
That's it.
suits now made the decision to pull the movie because,
Entirely.
And I sat again. I sat
And
there
the talent,
and I said,
the talent's going, hey, screw this.
Yeah, well-
And we got some great quotes in the
and if
in
you're
the news you may
if
not
you're a
need from this.
performer, unless you have a project lined up with Sony, I mean, you're going to go to other houses and say, like, why am I going to try to do business with these guys if I create something?
Exactly.
And you have no
Exactly.
guarantee that it'll ever see the light
If
of
somebody
day.
comes out and says they don't like it, are they just going to pull it?
Especially if your theory of blackmail holds water.
Yeah.
Because any project now, this terrorist group can say, not that.
Seth Rogen, and I'm sorry, I can't quote the show I was listening to, but Seth Rogen was on one of the shows before this happened.
Was
And
it a podcast?
No, it wasn't a podcast. And I sat there.
Bag of water.
And no, but he was.
I know, but I mean, I think really Seth Rogen. You know what I like? I love variety is the spice of life, and I like guys that go outside of their comfort zone. And he has been doing the stoner character for 11 years.
Might
and
not
it's
be a
frustrating.
character.
He was
No, I don't think it's a character. I think it's who he is.
He was great in this interview because they asked him. They said, "Were you shocked about these emails? And was your email hacked?" He goes, "What I realized after I saw the hackings is that." Like, I'm a pretty nice guy compared to a lot of people because all my emails just talk about the project. That's all it does.
Yeah, and he's a mellow guy.
Yes.
I think he's a mellow guy that doesn't get all that phased. And then you get these catty, nasty people. Here's the thing, and we've known this for years, and I'm not impugning the integrity and the kindness of all people that are in any kind of executive position in media, but there is, as you know, an adversarial relationship between the money people, the executives, and the talent.
Of course.
There always has been. It's a natural adversarial relationship.
And I think more so now than ever before. I think there used to be more of a talent-based mindset, but it's
maybe back in the day.
But you know what? Now,
well, no, not really. Not back in the movies, Rob.
No.
I mean, to be honest with you, way back in the day, it was horrible for contract players that worked in studios because they were basically slaves to the corporate
If you
entity.
go back 20 or 25 years, I think it has gotten worse since then because everyone is so focused on the bottom line. It's the reason we were fired.
Well, it's also one of the things when you think about movies, I always talk about the lack of original ideas coming out of Hollywood. And that's why, the only one I can point to, and who knows, I'm sure they've got their a-holes in the suits there, but HBO, that's all you ever hear is how wonderful HBO is to work for. They pay top dollar. They let people do their creative thing.
And they reap the benefits.
And, but these tightly controlled corporations, when you want to release, the sixth installment of, the transponders episode, I mean, it's just, it's just again and again and again. So I don't know where this leaves us. Ultimately, to me, I hadn't even thought about the equation of this being blackmail about other secrets that were going to be released.
Right.
I thought this was caving to just the threat of violence at movie theaters, which I think they're doing to a certain extent as well. And I think that sets a horrific precedent. And
However,
I wish they weren't doing
the reason I think maybe they're calling attention to that is that at least they can appear to have a noble motivation. Is that we're not releasing this because of the safety of people. That's their only possible thing they can attach. Well, no,
that movie,
it's a stupid idea, but it's the only possible
That's the way I look at it.
they can do it.
You could be a hero in a weird way if you just said, and really cut the snake off at the head. If you just said somehow this movie got leaked. It's on YouTube. It's on Yahoo. It's just everywhere.
Well, here's the thing, and this is the most telling thing if this was North Korea. And I saw the map today, the night map of North Korea, which is one of the most stunning things you'll ever see. If you want to see something, go online and look at night map of North Korea, and you will see South Korea with their electronic grid and all the lights on, and then you go above the border, the demilitarized zone, and you look north of the border in North Korea, and you see blackness because they don't even have electricity running throughout the country. So the point is that if we were going to do a tit-for-tat situation here, it's impossible. You don't have any. People don't have computers in North Korea. They're not online.
Ban Dennis Rodman from going. That's what you do. That's how it would really hurt him.
North Korea has the worst Christmas decorations I've ever seen.
They're terrible.
There's just nothing.
It's nothing going on. I mean, really, it's horrible.
Did you see the Vice on North Korea when Dennis Rodman went over there? The Vice,
yes.
the HBO show, where they have the fake computer lab. Where none of the computers are actually running anything.
And even the ones that weren't running were old anyway, and they went in there. It's just so they're completely out of it. But that small group, if this was North Korea,
they can hire anybody with their dollars.
They got the mercenaries to come in and do this. But once again, back to the lose-lose. We have no options. I mean, we really have no options.
We need the Navy SEALs of data.
Agree. I swear to God, we need the real Navy SEAls to go in there, and go into that.
Well, how
palace.
about we get like 10 or 12 Navy SEAls, and just to make sure they know what they're doing, we send Pony.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Today in the news, North Korea launched its third nuclear test. That's not a big deal. We don't care about that. Today in the news, North Korea threatens South Korea with obliteration. No, that's not a big deal. Today in the news, the Seth Rogen movie will not be released. Bomb them! Bomb them into eternity. Bomb them, please. I don't know how it's going to play out.
I
but
know
it
one
would
thing
seem
that'll
to me-
play out, and it's
What's
you know
that?
what? It's a chilling effect. This is going to make all of Hollywood second guess themselves, and
Right.
all of entertainment second guess themselves. And I hate that. You know, if you want to go back 50 years to McCarthyism, that's
Oh, man.
another thing.
That was a list.
Tempest in a teapot, but it made everybody second guess what they were doing. And when you do that, and we faced it with censorship in our past, if you have to question what you're doing before you do it, even just a mental checklist, you're not offering your best, you're not offering entertainment, and you're not offering really what the people deserve.
Yeah, and think about all our enemies. They see this, they said, if this can happen,
right,
what could we do?
Yeah.
You know, I would like to see, you want real payback? You know what would really bother this guy? What would really bother this guy is obviously his image is everything to him.
Yeah.
Image is everything.
Narcissism.
Well, when you are that physically beautiful.
Right, exactly, the dear leader. What you do is you go that route. It's not going to hurt them if we try to hack their country and their grid. They don't
Right.
even have a grid.
They
The
don't have
point
it.
is, but what will get them, obviously he's aware of what's going on in the West. You know, I say that you come up with an even worse movie about Kim Jong-un. You make him into something, you know, that more of a monster than he actually is. What does he hate? He hates having his persona in the public eye here in the States, so you trash him. That's
What
what
do you think?
That's a good idea.
It could let's say that they were still making the Naked Gun movies.
Okay,
right?
if we still had Leslie Nielsen.
Yes.
It always gets back to the Naked Gun with you, doesn't
You
it?
couldn't get away with him being a character because Kim Jong he would be a character.
However,
right?
what about didn't they put his dad in Team America?
They did, and
The
I can't
puppet
believe that
movie.
happened. Yeah.
Rofo, I've got a task for you. There's someone that can help us with this, all right? I need you to get somebody on the phone, and we have to get him on in the next few weeks. His name is Bobby Lee. I want you to get Bobby Lee on the phone. I know Bobby Lee. I've interviewed Bobby Lee. I've got a wonderful little video where Bobby Lee tried to hump me. The fact is, Bobby Lee is the man that
Bobby
we need
Lee's
to do.
hilarious.
He's
we
great.
we need to have an onslaught, and we have to attack them that way. I think that's the best.
Bobby
way we
Lee,
should
by
do it.
the way, is dating a 10 of a girlfriend. If
Really?
you saw her picture, you'd say, "Whoa, comedy is doing good. Like he's doing."
You know, with all
well.
the comedians that I've interviewed over the years, Bobby Lee is one that I remember for a guy that not only came to play, but just he's known for that now, getting naked in studios,
Yep.
running around in his underwear in the office, and that endears him to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I really, when I think of Mad TV. Back in the day, which was so funny and never got the credit that it deserved. Bobby Lee was my main man there.
Star.
And he was. I think he probably did the original Fat Baby bit. You know?
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's
And
so
I'll tell
true.
you, we're not doing the T-shirts anymore, but I tell you, we should roll off a gross of those Fat Baby
Yeah, we would.
T-shirts right now.
Hey, why don't we send him over there?
Yeah, from AirDrop.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness!
And have them translated into Korean.
Yeah, what is Korean for fat baby? Get on Google.
Yeah, please. Google Translate.
That's it. And my last thought before we go to break here is TV sound bars, another way they get you. You know, if it's not the Keurig company that's trying to reach into your pocket by creating a different machine for every cup that you're making, how about, let's create these very expensive TVs, and, oh, by the way, they have crap sound. So, hey, here's another product you can buy.
I bought a soundbar mic. It wouldn't fit in my coffee maker.
You know what? Do any of you boys have a sound bar for your flat screen?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't think that I like surround sound if I'm going to have any type
Yeah,
of sound.
when I have
Yes.
my big TV, I use the surround. I use the
I don't
5.1.
need
Well,
it in my
excuse
place
me,
now.
Richie.
No, I don't have surround sound, but if I ever did that, I would do that.
I remember when my butler hooked it up. It was really impressive.
The sound bars, I feel like they're just an extension of your TV. They're never going to be the quality you want them to be.
Nah, it's not.
Right?
I've had one and I put it aside. It just I got tired of using it.
eBay.
So, yeah. But by the way, the sound that I have on my new TV that I have in the living room is really fantastic. I really enjoyed
man.
that. So
Well,
I don't know what to do.
Time
And by
to
the way,
catch up on silent movies, Mike.
hey, Mike, why don't you get the new Bose bar? Oh, yeah, that's about 10 times more expensive than the TV itself. They're screwing you. I think
Yeah.
it's North Korean. I really do. Swear to God. All right, we will take a break. More on this Sony deal in the news you may not need coming up next on the Mike O'Mara Show.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
Fruitcake. That's right, fruitcake. And not just any fruitcake, a Rob Spiewak signature fruitcake. And the only place you can get one is right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Just email us at fruitcake@MikeO'MaraShow.com. We'll award a fruitcake every day right on up to Christmas Eve. It's the Mike O'Mara Show 12 Days of Fruitcake Progressive Jackpot Sweepstakes. Just make sure to include your phone number and the reason why you should win. It's that easy. So get to writing. Before long, we may be calling you to tell you Merry Christmas to you. Goodness sake.
Thank you, Gus Johnson. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Sherry's Berries. Christmas is next week. Only 8 days left. Is it 8 or 7?
Mike, I'm sorry to correct you, but there's only 7 days left. Here's a man who will explain it to you.
All right.
7 days left for Christmas shopping.
7 days left to fill the stocking.
7 days left for
Christmas shopping. Only got 7 days more. Only got 7.
Hi there. Only 7 more shopping days. That's all. Why not finish it up today?
Yeah, why not, Mike?
Why not bite me? Anyway, welcome back to the show. Brought to you by Sherry's Berries. Christmas next week. Only 7 shopping days left. But don't get your tinsel in a tangle. Forget the hideous crowds. Do what I did. And I've done this for not 1, not 2, but 3 people who are very close to me, and I'm talking about Sherry's Berries. You send those delicious giant dip strawberries from Sherry's Berries, and you can do it for $19.99. That, my friends, is a 40% savings. Plus, for our listeners, double your berries. Double them. Just like we do with fruitcakes, we're doing the same thing with berries for just $10 more. Remember the code TMOS. We love our Sherry's Berries. You will not miss if you give this as a gift.
Good
With
stuff.
Christmas coming next week, here's the only way to get this amazing $19.99 Sherry's Berries offer. Visit berries.com. That's BERRIES.com. Click on the mic at the top right-hand corner and type in TMOS. It's the perfect gift without the hassle. Remember, berries.com. Click the microphone and then type in TMOS, and you will get that fantastic deal.
News.
Boo. You know what? Let me play that at the volume it's supposed to be at. God.
Yeah.
Why don't
Yeah,
I just
Rob.
turn
Yeah.
that down? That's berries.com.
News.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Boo. Under threat of terrorist attacks from hackers and with the nation's largest multiplex chains pulling the film from their screens, Sony Pussy Pictures Entertainment took the unprecedented step of canceling the December 25th release of Seth Rogen's comedy, The Interview. You know what? All the more reason I hope Angelina Jolie's movie, based on Laura Hillenbrand's book, the Unbroken movie, does well, but it's getting mixed reviews.
Yeah, and good luck with her fake chicken pox.
I say it's getting mixed reviews, but there are only 20 reviews that I've seen that are out there, so I'm not sure yet. The cancellation, she also got a Critics Award, so a nomination. So we'll see what happens.
Good.
The cancellation announced yesterday, startling blow to Hollywood, and people are pissed off. Stars, politicians, and pundits are weighing in on the decision Wednesday to cancel the release of The Interview. Let's see here. Dear Sony hackers, this comes to us from... let me see. Who wrote this? Sony's private document. Dear Sony hackers, now that you run Hollywood, I'd also like less romantic... Michael Moore says this. Dear Sony hackers, now that you run Hollywood, I'd also like less romantic comedies, fewer Michael Bay movies, and no more Transformers. Also, Sony hackers, I really like Tyler Perry and Gone Girl, so hold off on doing anything yet with Medea. Michael Moore said that on Twitter. Another one comes from, Sony has absolutely no courage or guts. They should have never pulled it. It's not good. It's bad.
Yeah, it's not strong.
That's Donald Trump via a video on Facebook. Here's another one. Newt Gingrich writes, no one should kid themselves. With the Sony collapse, America has lost its first cyber war. This is a very, very dangerous precedent.
Newt's
That comes from Newt Gingrich. And let me see. Steve Carell says, sad day for creative expression. Hashtag fear eat the soul. Fear eats the soul. That's Steve Carell. So, everybody's kind of lining up that this was a mistake. This is dumb suits making big decisions that affect more than their company.
Yeah.
And it really, really sucks, so I feel bad about this. Mama June and Sugar Bear.
Did she tweet?
It has nothing to do with Sony. Actually, Sony, if she had a boy, she'd call him Sony. Mama June and Sugar Bear from Here Comes Honey Boo Boo.
Sugar Bar.
Apparently, they once had a threesome with Sugar Bear's brother Billy.
Whoa.
Oh, that is not okay.
At least that's what Sugar Bear's other brother, Uncle Poodle, claims.
And from a distance, it looked like a foursome.
Yeah, don't break the seal. It supposedly happened in 2007. All the kids were gone, and Billy went over to the house to visit.
Billy!
He saw June in her underwear.
Oh, but you couldn't see the underwear.
Oh, my God. And he said to her, quote,
If you dress like that when I get back, I'm going to have sex with ye.
Wow.
Billy went somewhere, and when he got back, June was in bed naked.
Oh.
So the three of them commenced to rutting around like livestock.
Oh, those poor sheets.
That's so nasty. That is so disgusting. I hate that. All right, former Seventh Heaven star Stephen Collins. Remember, he was in the news a while back.
Jerk.
He issued a statement to People magazine admitting that he molested 3 underage girls in 1973, 82, and 94. But he added that he, quote, hasn't had an impulse to act out in any such way since the 94 incident 20 years ago. Seventh Heaven ran from 96 to 2007. Collins said, quote, I never behaved inappropriately on or off that set or on any set I've ever worked on. He called his actions in those 3 instances terribly wrong and said, quote, I deeply regret the mistakes I've made and any pain I've caused these 3 women. I admit to apologize for and take responsibility for what I did. Collins said he apologized to one of the women 15 years after the fact, and she was, quote, extraordinarily gracious, but he hadn't approached the other 2 because he learned in therapy that it could, quote, make things worse for them by opening old wounds. In addition to his statement, Collins will sit down for an interview with Katie Couric, which will air tomorrow night on 2020.
F him.
Yeah, I mean, really.
It's
unfortunate.
Why would you shut up as well?
Why would you even give him the interview?
Yeah,
Ratings.
Like it's so
because everybody, it sells. That's what it is. It sells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's speak about a better America.
Thank you.
Charlie Sheen is going to revisit his old role on a TV show, but for better or worse, this has nothing to do with 2.5 Men. Charlie will appear in an upcoming episode of The Goldbergs.
Do you watch The Goldbergs?
I do not.
You know who narrates it?
Who?
Patton.
Yeah, and it's a fun
Patton
show,
Oswalt
Mike.
does.
That
It
is
a fun show.
And what is it? It's the middle. That's the hour
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
Together, they're a great hour of television. I like it.
That's a staple of the week for me.
Even with Patty Heaton, it's still okay.
Well, he will appear in an upcoming episode of The Goldbergs as the boy in the police station he played in Ferris Bueller's
But he's
Day Off.
60 now.
I know, that's what makes it funny. That makes me want to watch it. On the episode, Troy Gentile's character, Barry, fakes being sick in an attempt to create his own epic, Ferris Day Off. It'll air sometime early next year, but there's no specific air date yet. I'm all in.
Yeah.
I have to watch
You'll
that.
like The
If they're doing a
Goldbergs
takeoff on Ferris.
because it's got Jeff Garland and also the amazing George Siegel.
George Siegel's in it. Oh,
He's
my God.
great.
You will really like it.
Yeah.
A new Harris poll that surveyed more than 2,200 adults found that Gone with the Wind, which came out in 1939,
75 years
still
ago.
America's favorite movie.
Great film.
Are you kidding me? The
Why?
best film in America?
No, it doesn't say the best. It says their favorite.
Their favorite. All right, here are the top 10. Are you
All right,
ready?
yeah.
Gone with the Wind, number 1. Number 2, Star Wars.
Yes. Also great.
Are you agreeing or are you
Yes,
just saying
I think
yes?
these are both great movies.
Are you making a stand or a comment or are you what are you doing?
I would take Gone with the Wind over Star Wars if that's what you want. Yes.
Number 2 is Star Wars. Yes.
Yes.
Number 3 is Titanic.
You see, I
That's
didn't like that.
I love
1997.
Titanic.
Of
I
course
love
you did because it
Titanic.
was a
I'll never let
success.
go, Jack. I'll never let go.
Number 4 is The Godfather. I'm all in with
Very
that
good
one.
film.
Number 5. Thank you, Rob. Rob is really, we're calling him Mr. Controversy today. Number 5 is Lord of the Rings.
You see, I hate that picture.
Boo.
There's your controversy. Let's
Number
burn
6, The Sound of Music.
It's a sort of a safe choice.
Too much
isn't
hype.
it? Yeah.
Number 7, Dirty Dancing. This is a weird
Oh,
list.
no. Dirty Dancing is great.
Don't put
Number
Oscar in
8.
the corner.
Wizard of Oz. Number 9, It's a Wonderful Life. And number 10, E.T. I hate
E.T..
this list. This list totally sucks.
You know what, though?
This list is garbage. right
E.T.
here.
didn't hold up the last time I watched it from when it came out, but my kids loved it the first time they saw it. So I
that's
think
sweet.
it has some sort of quality.
You got to
to
be
it.
in the right target demo.
I agree.
By the way, Saturday Night Live, when they did the whole Hobbit thing
Yes.
with that one guy dressed as the monster from
Yes.
the pit.
Yeah,
whatever
and
that
he was
guy's
in
name.
The Office.
Hey, my precious.
Oh, my God, that was funny as hell.
Schmiegel.
And now a little something. I hate to stereotype, but you don't see dudes in hoodies repping Vanity Fair very often. A 45-year-old, Nathan Addison of, are you ready?
Yes.
Fort Myers, Florida.
Hey, that's your
yeah.
hometown.
He shattered that stereotype, and it's the reason he's now in jail. Nathan broke into a business early Tuesday by cutting through the roof, grabbed some money out of the register, and took off. The cops checked the surveillance video, and one main thing stood out.
What's that?
The burglar was wearing a gray hoodie that said Vanity Fair on it.
Oh, no.
A few hours later, they were driving around and saw a guy in the same Vanity Fair sweatshirt.
You
And
got
they
it
were
for
thinking,
subscribing.
couldn't be that common. They were right. It was Nathan, and he wound up admitting he broke into the business.
Wow.
He was charged with burglary and petite theft.
Oh, hi.
I've never heard of that one.
Is it Patty? Should it say Patty? Does someone autocorrect by
Is
accident?
that like a petite fillet?
All I got was just the smallest ring.
Or a lady size petite. She's not just small, she's petite, wearing a Vanity Fair sweatshirt. We got to get out of here. We'll take a break, come back with more The Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, I'm Tony Perkins.
Hey there, I'm Gary Stein.
You don't really speak that high, Gary.
Okay, thank God.
Louis Anderson's on the show this week.
I know, I love Louis Anderson.
He's one of my favorite comedians of all time.
He's a great guy and he's very revealing.
Yep, he is. So join us for this week's edition of the show. You can hear it at TonyPerkinsShow.com.
The Tony Perkins Show.
Hi, I'm Gary Stein.
No.
Hi, my name is Gary Stein.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Gary Stein.
Did you used to work on Good Morning America?
Is my voice high?
No, not you,
I'm
Gary.
Gary Stein.
Hi.
Sorry, I just did that to work on Gary Stein. Just wanted to work him. I don't think his voice is high at all. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Rob's Magic Audio Vault brought to you by Prosper. Borrowing money is bad news, whether it be friends, family, credit card companies, or traditional bank loans. You have to pick your poison. Until now, with a low fixed-rate loan with Prosper.com, there is a better way. Borrow up to $35,000 in as few as 5 days, and then you can use the money for just about anything you want. You can use it for a fixer-upper. You want to fix your kitchen, your bathroom, pay off high-rate credit cards, fix the house up, even put it into your business.
Yeah, get a new Keurig.
Yes, absolutely. Get a new coffee maker. Prosper's online marketplace connects people who need money with those who want to invest in you. To check your low rate instantly without affecting your good credit, go to prosper.com/TMOS. For a limited time, our listeners get a $50 Visa gift card with your low interest loan. That's up to $35,000 in your account in as few as 5 days, and a $50 Visa gift card. Just go to prosper.com/TMOS. That's prosper.com/TMOS. Let yourself prosper at prosper.com. One more time, /TMOS. Let's put it in again. Prosper.com/TMOS.
Great people.
Other restrictions apply. See site for program Visa prepaid card details. All personal loans are made by Web Bank, a Utah Chartered Industrial Bank member FDIC, a cooperative lender. Thank you very much.
Nice. Well done.
Without further ado, let's open up the audio vault for today. This is Thursday, December 18th?
Yeah, my Uncle
already?
David's birthday.
Hey, David, happy birthday.
And hey.
How are you?
You know, it's fun to go into my computer sometimes and just sort of poke around. You mentioned this yesterday, and I thought it would be nice to play this. Not long enough for a show open, Mike, but here's one of your favorite clips from a Christmas movie.
Look who's here, Jimmy.
Oh, good.
Let's tell him what you want for Christmas.
I'm on my lunch break, okay?
Are you insane?
Nah.
Management's gonna hear about this.
Think that's a threat? If you think you can make my life any worse, you go right ahead. Be my guest. Take a shot.
Bad Santa. Bad Santa as featured in the bonus show that drops tomorrow.
Oh, my God. Typecasting.
This is the end of the year, and they start releasing songs like this, and I hate them. But I must bring them to you so Mike can explode them. Or blow them up. I guess explode is not the verb I wanted there. Mike, it's the end of the year, and if REM was to tell you about year 2014...
Would you like to be home with the family right now?
What's that?
Would you like to be home with the family right now?
No one's home right now.
Explode them. Okay.
Not my family.
Okay, very good.
That's great. It starts with an earthquake and searching for a Malaysian plane.
No. We got the lyric. I had to blow it up. Oh, my God.
Searching
that's
for
terrible.
a Malaysian plane.
And that you're playing these from throughout the year, correct?
Yes, they're just
All right,
horrible. The worst. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you brought up Angelina Jolie and Unbroken. Did you know that the script was written by the Coen brothers?
Yes, I did. Yes,
did not
Joel
know
and Ethan
that
Cohen
until
wrote that script, and I'm rooting for this movie. I've
Me
told
too.
you that forever, and I just wish I could get more information about it because I'm not sure. Big question mark right now. Didn't get any Golden Globe nominations.
She is taking it very seriously, this project.
People have asked me, what is this story about? And this story is so big because he lived so many lives. But It's such a huge responsibility. And it keeps me up at night. And nothing's ever really meant more because he's always been somebody who's tried to be an example and be inspirational and help others.
So we wish her all the best. And I think if nothing else, I know that she has taken the project seriously and pays respect to the man that is a tribute to.
I hear visually the movie's pretty incredible. That
Cool.
The cinematography is pretty special. We'll have to wait and see.
Now, I'll tell you what sucks. I actually stayed up last night and I watched the Jimmy Fallon show because he had Paul McCartney as a guest. It takes Jimmy Fallon to
You're
make
such a mark. Like, oh my God, I gotta stay up for this. Oh God, it's horrible.
Were you disappointed?
It was so horrible. There is no person who is more at ease in front of a camera than Paul McCartney. And Jimmy Fallon makes it awkward. It made me like tense to watch it. He's sitting there with Paul, and Jimmy Fallon does impressions for Paul. It is. This will make
It's
your
all
skin
about Jimmy
crawl.
Fallon.
It
He's
is.
not an interview. He doesn't give a rat's ass about
This
that.
will make your
His
skin
own little
crawl.
cutesy persona. That's it.
Do you do? Everyone has kind of a Ringo impression.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you do a Ringo?
Oh, no, you do.
You know, he's always supposed talks like that. It's peace and love. You know.
I mean, that's the thing. When people, when they do impressions of us, they think we're all like talk like that. It's.
Ringo's very, deeper and very hello, how are you, like that.
Oh yeah.
And then John was very like talking like that, almost like he's talking at you. He's very
All
quickly
right.
talking like that.
Okay.
I
You
know,
douche.
right?
What a douchebag. You got a legend in front of you, and you're doing
I
your
know.
stupid
He's doing shtick for
He's
him.
mixing it up.
He's a hack.
He's the worst.
He is so. I mean, really. There. That's all the little cutesy little Christmas songs that he does.
Did they sing
Thank
together?
God. I tell you, thank God for the Roots. Thank
Yeah.
God for the Roots because
Questlove.
Jimmy Fallon would, without them, wow.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon did not sing with Paul last night, but he did one time make Paul sing a parody of Yesterday, which drove me nuts.
Well, I'm
there's
with you
no
on that
respect
one, Rob.
there. I just
Absolutely.
makes me angry. Now here, while we're angry, let's be scared. Have you heard the isolated audio of the turbulence in that flight from Seoul?
I'm still reacting to Oscar.
Yeah,
No
don't look
respect.
at him. Don't look at
Like
him.
that guy doesn't have enough going for him. Paul McCartney.
Yeah. You're just mad because he's your boy. Jimmy Fallon's your boy because
No,
he's young
I'm just-
and he's cute and he's successful.
I'm tired of you protecting Paul like he's your brother.
Do you want me to make a list of things I'm tired of?
I'm just saying.
Because it's only an 80-minute show, pal.
Jeez.
Here are the isolated audio from that Seoul to Dallas flight that had the turbulence. This is horrifying. At one point, the guy starts praying. Welcome aboard Frontier Air.
Interestingly enough, that sounds remarkably similar to both times I went to marriage counseling.
I remember
I'm here all week.
You were marriage counseling. He said, "Could you leave the whole can of Coke, please?" Oh, and Mike, I know you got to be excited with the release of the new Hobbit movie.
Big movie today. The Hobbit opens up, and I believe this is the 5th film in that trilogy. This one is called The Hobbit: Quest for Profits.
That is your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
Thank you, Rob. We got to get out of here. Want to say our show today brought to you by Man Great.
Yay!
Attention, listeners, grill masters. This holiday season, there is only one gift that's an absolute must-have. It's the Man Great. Oscar makes them all himself. They're American-made.
He smells
high
them.
quality.
Yeah.
100% cast iron. You'll love them. 8 pounds, lots of heft, sear marks, grill, man. Take advantage of Mike O'Mara Show's holiday special and get the Man Great for just $19.99. Just enter TMOS at checkout. Plus, for a limited time, when you order 4 Man Greats, you get the 4th absolutely FREE free. That's right, I said free. You heard me. Get it now. Just head over to mangreat.com and enter the coupon code TMOS at checkout. 100% cast iron, 100% made in the USA. And don't forget that $19.99 special. If you order 4, you get a 4th one free. Use the coupon code TMOS. That's the Man Great. Happy grilling for Oscar Santana and Rob Spiewak. Mike O'Mara saying, so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
This episode of TMOS was brought to you by Prosper. Prosper is a peer-to-peer lending marketplace which connects people who are looking to borrow money with those who have money to lend. Visit prosper.com/TMOS and receive a $50 Visa prepaid card when you get a loan. That's prosper.com/TMOS.
Mike O'Meara, Radio Entertainment.